The title of today's story is The Slade Dollar. Once upon a time, back in 1931, the U.S. dollar was backed by gold. For each of these, there was some of this. The price of gold was set by the government at $20 per ounce. In 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt, through Executive Order Number 6102, made it illegal for Americans to own gold. With only a few exceptions, all gold held in private hands had to be exchanged for paper money by May 1st, 1933. The next day, the government raised the price of gold from $20 per ounce to $35 per ounce. This was done so more dollars could be created to fund an economic recovery plan made necessary by the Great Depression. You see, in those days, the government could not create dollars from thin air. Over the years, the amount of gold held to back each dollar was reduced. Finally, in August 1971, President Richard Nixon took the United States off the gold standard. The dollar was allowed to float on world currency markets, only backed by the full faith and credit of the United States. In other words, this allowed the government to create more dollars at will. The government simply raises the debt limit whenever they want more money. It creates bonds that the dollars are tied to, and voila, more money is created. I know there are people out there who say, the purchasing power of the dollar has not gone anywhere if you keep it invested. Let's look at that for a moment. At the end of 1970, the Dow stood at just 838. 50 years later, at the end of 2020, the Dow was over 30,000. This means $1 invested in 1970 was worth more than $36 in 2020. And this does not take into account the reinvestment of dividends. So it is true that invested dollars have more than kept up with inflation. But I am not concerned with the number of dollars in your pocket, but what each dollar represents. Instead of gold, a dollar today represents debt. Not a comforting thought when you're trying to get to sleep at night. Our dollar has been drained of its real value right before our eyes. That is why I say the dollar has been slayed. Of course, you can still buy food, medicine, clothes, and pay all of your bills with dollars. So it is not true to say that dollars are worthless. I am saying that the dollar rests on the edge of an abyss. When it will fall into this abyss, I do not know. But I do know the dollar is only useful as long as someone is willing to accept it for all debts, public and private. What will cause this loss of confidence? What will cause the dollar to fall headlong into the abyss? I do not know. But I do know there is little the average person can do about this situation. But be aware of it and prepare. The purpose of this video is to make you think about what has happened and what is happening right in front of your eyes. I would certainly welcome any thoughts or comments you might have. Thank you for listening.